While veteran homelessness is declining dramatically, the need to extend a hand up to America's heroes is still great. On January 26, DC's VA Medical Center will host the annual Winterhaven Stand Down Benefit. Coming up, VAMC Director Michael Heimel joins Department of Housing and Urban Development's DC Regional Director Marvin Turner and the chair of HUD's Veterans Affinity Group, Walter Elmore, who are leading the event's Boot and Shoe Drive. How you can help the Walk in Their Footsteps campaign next on the webcast. Hello again, I'm Todd Schwartzrock and welcome to the webcast. We are downtown Washington, D.C. at 820 First Street, the headquarters of the district office of the Housing and Urban Development, and have with me on the set very special guests to help kick off the annual Winterhaven annual boot drive, Walk in Your Footsteps. And with me here on the set is Michael Heimel, of the director of DC's VA Medical Center. Welcome, Michael. Walter Elmore, who is the chairman of the Veterans Affinity Group at HUD. Welcome, Walter. Your involvement is appreciated. And Marvin Turner, and you are run this office here, and your involvement with the VA for this particular campaign over the years has been very instrumental in making it a success. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael, let's start with you and tell me about the Winterhaven Stand Down for Veterans that is held at the VA's Medical Center here in DC. What's impactful? Why is this needed? Why is it so important to the community?
Thanks, Todd. The Winterhaven Stand Down is an annual outreach program that the Washington, D.C. VA Medical Center has sponsored. This will be our 25th year of hosting this event for the homeless veterans in our community that we have the privilege of serving. And it's a great opportunity for us to expose homeless veterans to the services that are available throughout the Department of Veterans Affairs and with Housing and Urban Development through some of our partnerships with them as well. And we're able to provide veterans with a hot meal, some medical exams, some screening exams, new clothing, new coats, sundry items, and of course, new shoes and boots through this program. And I think it's great for the veterans to be able to get that hand up, know their community cares for them and is supporting them. These are items that are really needed to help improve your self-esteem and give you the confidence that you need as you're trying to get back on your feet. And it's great for the community to be able to do this and demonstrate their commitment to the men and women who have really given so much for our freedoms.
It's making such an impact, and Walter, one of the highlights of this event every year coming up on January 26th will be the distribution of boots as a part of the Winterhaven Stand Down. You've been involved in leading that charge from your role. Tell me about the importance of the boot drive. How is it impacting veterans, and what's made it such a highlight of this event?
First of all, thank you for having me. We're in our 9th year of collecting the Walk in Their Footsteps, new shoes and boot drive for our homeless veterans and their families. This is an effort that we started about 9 years ago, and the purpose of the effort was to assist our veterans in making the transition from homelessness to housing stability. And one of the ways in doing that is to ensure that they are able to have the equipment that they need to search for employment, to search for housing, and we do that by putting shoes on their feet. Our veterans are walking around during the day trying to find employment, trying to find a place to live. And one of the ways that we can assist them is making sure that they have shoes on their feet. Not just shoes, but new shoes, a new pair of boots that they can go out, that they can use to work in. And it does a lot for their morale to know that they have a new pair of boots and shoes. We've given out just over 9,000 pairs of boots since we started 9 years ago. We see where we made some significant progress. This is a hand up for our veterans, not a handout.
Terrific involvement, and certainly it shows a way that federal agencies can work together, Marvin. As you in the District Office of DC for Housing and Urban Development have worked with this program, tell me a little bit about why is that working so well and the accomplishment over the years in terms of homelessness for the veterans.
Well, it's important that we who are federal workers, federal leaders, really stand up for programs such as this. You know, HUD and VA work together on this boot drive, but we also work together on Veterans Affairs Supportive Housing, which helps to reduce around the country thousands of veterans being homeless by using HUD vouchers and supportive services from the Department of Veterans Affairs to take those homeless veterans and put them in actual apartments and units. In this particular case, this is something that we can do right now, right today. You know, we work with the community, work with the VA, we work with other federal agencies and nonprofits and churches, etc., to collect something that we can give back to homeless veterans. You know, I'm reminded of a story the first time Walter asked me to come out. You know, we were giving out the boots, and there was one veteran who just thanked us so much because he was actually going to an interview on Monday, and he said that he would not have been able to get that job had it not been for these work boots that we were giving out. So they're work boots, they're shoes, they add dignity to the person that's receiving them. They are new, they're not used, and it's just our way, in some small way, of giving back to the people that fought so valiantly for our freedom.
They cared enough to give everything, and it's our opportunity as a community to give back. And we thank you, gentlemen, for your involvement, for your personal commitment. And we invite everyone to participate in this year's New Boot and Shoe Drive, a Walk in Your Footsteps campaign underway now. You can find the boxes at the VA Medical Center, but also downtown here at 820 First Street, the HUD headquarters for the regional office. So from all of us associated with this webcast and from Technatomy Corporation, I'm Todd Schwartzrock. We'll see you next time.